All right, guys. This is it. It's going to be Zillion. Zillion today for sure. I'm willing to bet it all on that. It's time. Let's see what we got. Any second now. New followers for Guardian of the Ancient. Revealed now. And we've got Preservationist. A 5 mana, 4/4, advance an allied landmark 3 rounds. So presumably this needs a lot more synergy. The Clock Hand, 8 mana, 7/7. When I'm summoned, create 2 instant sentries in hand, which are these ones over here. The Focus, 0 mana, summon a random landmark with countdown, or advance a landmark 4 rounds. A random landmark with countdown. So there has to be some kind of landmark payoff here. But it looks like we're actually... It looks like there's no champion today, guys. Imagined possibilities. A main deckable, create a random landmark with countdown in hand, or advance your landmarks 1 round. What the hell? And time in a bottle. Predict and advance an allied landmark 2 rounds. Alright, so all of this is, I think, completely contextless. These are clues that there's going to be some kind of big landmark payoff. There's going to be some kind of landmark, some special landmark that I think might be like an actual proper alternate win con or something. Like a final countdown sort of thing. It's on Mobalytics? Yeah. There's the Mobalytics, but I mean there's no champion, right? What?
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
Why are these face down? What? 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Why would they do that? Flip them? Alright. It's time, guys. I have to try it. I swore I would never do this again. Alright. We're changing it. 10 minutes into the future. Let's go. I don't know if this will work. Alright. It looks like not only does it not work, now there's even more face down ones. Okay, that's looks like they're protected against this time. All right, so apparently this page will only reveal its secrets to people that have their computer clock set properly. Reverse Uno card. All right. Hang on. Rewind. Let's go back. You win this time, guys. Wait, why do we have to... Is it actually 7 more minutes before the rest of them? Why are some of these face down? Because they did that during some of the champion reveal days. So these 5 cards are mostly just big clues. Because there's not really any landmarks you really want to accelerate right now. Obviously, there's, Drac Lorn kind of strategy, and like getting a Drac Lorn out early is pretty sweet, but that's about it, right? You can use Frozen Thrall and you can clone it with Promising Futures, and then you can try to cheat it out quickly with one of these, but it's just doing a similar thing that Drac Lorn Inquisitor was doing. Yesterday they wrote, "Remember, fate is what you make of it. See you tomorrow for the first champion reveal of Guardians of the Ancient." You're right! No, you're right. Yes, it was confirmed champion reveal tomorrow. Fate is what you make of it. Fate is what you make of it. What does that mean? It's like a choose your own adventure? Fate is what you make of it. How do we make the fate what we want it to be? How do we make that? How do we make Malphite not a Targon card? I don't think... Time travel backwards? Change your clock to May 5th and they'll let you play the new decks? It's just because it's Zillion? Oh, he's just, late to the party? Alright, so we have a bit of a game, because it's either... Whoa! No, wait. The instant sentries were the face down ones. I refreshed it. There's no champion. The face down ones were just the different imagined possibilities and the different instant sentries. Wait, no, they said champion today. What is it? Wait. It can't be. Maybe they did typo. 2 cards are face down? No, they're not. I refreshed. Everything's face up. Everything's face up today. They're trolling us? They're like, why would they do that? Instant sentries. Summon a random landmark with countdown or advanced landmark 4 rounds. We're seeing here just those 2 forms. And the same with imagined possibility. It's just got these 2 forms on the side. So, okay. Let's assume there's nothing else today. Let's just assume the worst, okay? There's nothing else today. What can we do with these cards? Can we theory with these cards without Zilean? That's gonna be fucking hard. It'll take a professional level milker to milk this fucking card. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. It's a 5 mana 4/4 with a Hierophant ability. Guys, Hierophant is a 3 mana 3/4 with this ability and it doesn't see play. It doesn't see play in Mono Shurima, guys. This is a 5 mana 4/4. You're literally paying 2 more mana for literally the same thing. Well, I guess Esteemed Hierophant is only this on disc. So, Preservationist, basically, what Preservationist is saying is there literally has to be something bigger than both Sundisk and Thrall. There's no way outside of that. There's no way outside of that. Because Preservationist is worse than Hierophant on Sundisk, and it's worse than Draculorn Inquisitor on Thrall. There's gonna be some kind of big bomb. And I think it might be related to Zilean. I think Zilean might summon a bomb when he gets played. So Zilean in League of Legends has a bomb with a timer, and he, of course, can accelerate things. I think Zilean might generate, like, a landmark bomb when he gets played. Like a big bomb. Like something that's, like, you know, advanced 10 or, you know, like countdown 10 or countdown 20 that will just blow up the opponent's nexus or something like that. I think that could be it. Because, I mean, just looking at the intersection between Zilean and Taliyah, it feels like there's with these cards, look at these support cards. The intersection, Zilean has to do something with a landmark because, I mean, these are only advancing landmarks. There's no countdown. It doesn't work on countdown units, right? Like Zilean has to do something with the bomb to put the enemy on a clock, literally, and then all these support cards are supposed to be accelerating like an alt win con. And I think it'll be a big bomb. I think it'll be straight up like Final Countdown from Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, refreshing the page suddenly didn't work. This is very, very interesting. Because I've now noticed I'm at 910. Which basically, this is to say, I'm at the point in time that I skipped to on my computer clock. I skipped to this point in time before, and all the cards went face down. Then I refreshed back, the cards popped up, and now we're naturally at this time again, and they're face down again. What this is telling me, there might be some kind of bug where different time states just have different results. And that wouldn't make any goddamn sense. But if that were true, I could reveal more by either going forward in time or finding a very precise minute. But okay, so for those of you guys who don't know Final Countdown from Yu-Gi-Oh, you guys are missing out on something great. Because Final Countdown was like a classic card in Yu-Gi-Oh. And basically, this is literally, I mean, I don't expect it to be like exactly this necessarily, but it's the kind of impression I'm getting from these support cards and from what Zilean might be. All right? So Final Countdown in Yu-Gi-Oh was literally an alt win con. It's really, really simple. You play this whenever. After 20 turns have passed, you win the game. It's that simple. It's just like an alt win con kind of like troll card, but it's been like meta in the past, just in very like specific kinds of metas, right? Like it's a card that just like wins if you can stall out. Now it might not instantly win the game on the spot, but given how these are costed, like, you know, like you have to look at the cost of these. You can check out the Preservationist, the 5 mana 4/4 accelerate your landmark, and you have to understand, like, there has to be a big bomb for that to make sense. It can't make sense without a big bomb, right? Zilean wants to be intersected with Taliyah. Taliyah works with landmarks, and in League of Legends, Zilean summons a bomb, right? So the idea of Zilean summons some kind of bomb in some way, And then it has countdown 10 or countdown 15 or countdown 20 or something big. And it does a big thing when you finish the countdown. Maybe it doesn't win the game on the spot. Maybe it's like a pack your bags kind of effect where it's just like a big, powerful nuke. But there has to be some powerful payoff to this. And here's why. When you look at these cards, the ability to advance an allied landmark is simply too expensive. It's made very, very expensive in these cards. Clockwork Curator is a 2-mana 2/2 just to advance an allied landmark 2 rounds. That's a really, really horrendous card. It needs to be using an extremely specific strategy with huge payoff for that balance to make sense. And the same with the new one, the 5-mana 4/4 Preservationist, which I've lost the ability to display on my screen. So let's test this hypothesis. Let's see if we can go back in time 5 minutes. I'm going to go back in time. No. I'm going to go back in time 8 minutes. Let's see if these cards come back. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I was right. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. There might yet be a way to use this. There might yet be a way. All right. So, of course, if we go too far back, they'll disappear again. So Preservationist, keep in mind, like, look how expensive this card is. It is literally an Esteemed Hierophant. Look, Esteemed Hierophant is when I'm summoned, advance your Birds on disc 3 rounds. Preservationist is the same thing except 2 more mana. Like a ridiculous downside on an already bad card. The only way this could make sense is if there's a big bomb. And these are all the Zillion support cards. And they're all accelerating the landmarks. This is going to be some kind of big bomb. Because, of course, and some of you guys are saying, well, what about Frostguard Thralls? Well, Frostguard Thralls are not even nearly enough to do this, right? I think Zillion will be something like, at the start of each of your turn, advance your countdowns by 1. Like, at the start of each of his turns, he'll accelerate countdowns by 1. Maybe not at the start of turn. Maybe it's per... when you... No. That'll be his champ spell. Zillion's champ spell will be something that accelerates the countdown. When you play Zillion, he'll summon some kind of landmark bomb that you'll want to count down and make big. And it'll explode and do something that might close out the game. And it'll probably be, if I had to guess, it would be countdown like 15 or something. It would be a lot. It would be something like 15. What's the wording? They said, see you tomorrow for the first champion reveal of Guardians of the Ancient. Fate is what you make of it. Remember, fate is what you make of it, guys. It's 11/17. It's 11/17. Wait, you're right. Is that the secret? It was under our noses this entire time. Just go to 11/17. What if it was that? What if it was? No, I didn't. It's like the fucking Da Vinci Code, dude. I mean, I sure hope they don't just tweet, oh, by the way, we meant tomorrow. Sorry. Okay, they really did mean tomorrow. God fucking damn it. It's another clue. No, I think they're just being honest this time, dude. I don't have that much copium. They picked another fate. Why would they do that? All right, back to bed, boys. Let's take a look at these cards in a vacuum and see like how they'll actually fit into some of the pre-existing decks, which I'm expecting won't be great. So a random landmark with countdown. Summon a random landmark with countdown or advance a landmark 4 rounds. So when you play Clockhand, you get 2 instant sentries that are 0 mana, which is really powerful. You're going to use the first one. Let's say it's an empty board. You use the first one to do a countdown, right? Or sorry, to summon the random landmark with a countdown. And then you can instantly flip it. So like, for example, if you find a Grumpy Rock Bear landmark off of the first instant sentry, you can use the second instant sentry to get the leveled Grumpy Rock Bear in the same action, right? So in that case, it would be an 8 mana 4/7 with a 5/4, which is pretty horrible.
I'm basically 1/8 gay.
It's entirely balanced around whatever this bomb card is from Zillion. So here's something that's also pretty interesting. The way Clockhand and Imagined Possibilities work, there's actually a very specific mechanic with Sundisk. I believe I have this right, which is that if you're using Stoneweaving being Talia's card, if you're using Stone Weaving, you can't find Buried Sundisk unless you are a mono Shurima deck, or unless you have Buried Sundisk in your deck, I think. It will only show Sundisk in the pool if Sundisk is in your deck, which is just a hidden rule, unless they changed it. But it was either mono Shurima or the Sundisk in your deck. And I don't think they've changed that rule. Which means there will be some kind of, you know, I'm assuming they're not going to change the rule. That would be kind of weird. They haven't changed it? Yeah, they haven't changed it. But what that means is Instant Sentry and Imagined Possibilities will be able to find you Sundisk only if Sundisk is already in your opening deck, I think. Or maybe only if it's mono Shurima. I don't know which of those ones it is, but honestly, let's be honest, they're kind of one and the same. And you should not be running one of those conditions without the other. But yeah, it has a chance of showing it to you in the pool if you do have it. Or advance your landmarks one round. So Imagined Possibilities, I just don't get. I'm looking at this card, Imagined Possibilities, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. Because this is a main deckable card. I mean, Clockhand at least like generates these 2 tokens. It's a main deckable card. Advance your landmarks one round for 1 mana. You'd have to be going wide with landmarks that you want to advance, because you're paying to advance all of your landmarks that are currently on the board, which is kind of the opposite of what you want to do with most landmarks we see, right? We can see there's the Grumpy Rock Bear. We can see there's going to be, you know, the Frost Guard. We can see that there's, you know, Sundisk. And we can also see that Zilean will have some kind of thing you want to accelerate. It seems really weird to have a card that advances all of your landmarks 1 round, instead of this card just saying, like, advance target landmark 3 rounds. So, yeah, Imagined Possibilities just seems a little weird. It seems kind of bizarre, actually. Time in a Bottle is... Oh, God. Sorry, I didn't even see this. What is this? Time in a Bottle. Predict and advance an allied landmark 2 rounds. Jesus, I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot about this one. All right, what the fuck? So, Time in a Bottle predicts an allied landmark. So, it predicts to the top of your deck, and then you target an allied landmark on the board and advance it 2 round. It's just 2 different actions. Yeah. I thought when I first read it, I thought it, like, predicted a landmark and advanced it at the same time. But yeah, it's just 2 different effects. So... basically, you know, you're getting the predict. It's a different way to have the predictability, but in non-landmark decks, you're not going to be using this because there's better predicts and you're not going to need that many. Advance an allied landmark 2 rounds. You're paying so much for this. Predict that focus speed is kind of cool. What is that going to do? I like predict into Stalking Shadows into just saving you in action on development. There are some interesting possibilities for predicts being at focus speed, but I don't think it's going to be a major deciding factor for this card. Zilean has your hair. Yeah, that's what they told me about Heimerdinger.